Hello students, welcome to English online platform of NLK Group of Schools. Today our topic is non-finite verb. The verbs can be divided into two parts. Number 1, finite verbs. Number 2, non-finite verbs. Finite verbs. Finite verbs change their forms when there is a change in the number or person of the subject. Finite verb also have different forms in different tenses. For example, my sister spoke French on holiday. The birds are flying. The teacher had taught in the class. So in first sentence we have used second form of the verb means past tense here. In the first sentence the birds are flying. Are flying, it is a present tense, and the teacher had taught in the class. Here had taught, it is a past perfect tense. So non-finite verbs do not change their form when the number or person of subject changes. As I want to read. I want to read. Want, it is a main verb, and to read, it is non-finite verbs. In the second, I can hear the girls singing on the stage. I can hear. Here it is main verb, and singing on the stage. Singing, it is non-finite verbs. Swimming is a very good exercise. Swimming, it is non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs always, it is two verbs in the sentence. So one verb it is main verb and second verb it is non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs are of three types, means we can divide it into three types. Number 1, infinitives. Number 2, participles. And number 3, gerund. Infinitive is the form of verb usually preceded by to. Participle, it is used as an adjective or an adverb. Gerund, all end in ing, as reading, dancing, singing. Infinitive. Infinitive is the base form of a verb. They are called two verbs and generally take the form of to plus first form of the main verb as to go, to come. Here I have given few verbs that followed by infinitives as afford. We cannot afford to hesitate. Agree. The professor agreed to disagree. Aim. We aim to increase the speed of delivery. Appear. The results appear to support your theory. Attempt. Are you going to attempt to? Infinitives can be divided into two parts. Number 1, to infinitive or infinitive with to. Number 2, bare infinitive or zero infinitive or infinitive without to. As when we will use before verb to, then it is a to infinitive, and when we will not use to before verb, then it is zero infinitive. The zero infinitive is a type of complement with an infinitive verb form that's not preceded by particle to, means we will not use to before it. Now, functions of zero infinitive. The zero infinitive after auxiliaries means it is used after auxiliaries. Firstly, as here, she can't speak to you. Here, speak, we haven't used here to because can't means it is a auxiliaries as given. After then, he should give her some money. Here, before give, we haven't used to because should auxiliary has given. Shall, I talked to him. Here, before talk, we haven't used to because shall auxiliaries has given. Now, second, the zero infinitive after the verbs make and let means to verb make and let. Before it, we will not use to. For example, her parents let her stay out late. And let's go to the cinema. Here we haven't used to before let. A participle is also one of the three types of non-finite verbs. Participle is also verbal words that are formed from the verbs but do not act as a verb. It is verbal. Words which have feature of both verb and an adjective are called participles. Means if verb plus adjective, then it would be verb participle. For example, it is an interesting story. Interesting, it is participle. It is a boring movie. Boring, it is participle. Participles can be divided into three parts. Number one, present participle. Number two, past participle. Number three, perfect participle. Present participle form verb plus ing. For example, running, working, going. But before it, we will not use any helping verb. A present participle is a word that ends ing and it is formed from a verb and is used as an adjective or to form verb tense. For example, I can hear the girls singing on the stage. Singing, it is present participle. Seeing a monkey, the little boy began to cry. Seeing, it is present participle. Past participle. Past participle indicate past or completed action or time. It is used to represent actions completed in past and not continuing in present. It is formed verb plus d, comma, ed, t, an or n. Here, for example, worked, broken, made, learned, stolen. And sentences, I searched my lost pen. So, lost, it is past participle. I saw a burnt house. Burnt, it is past participle. Perfect participle. When one action is fully completed in the near past and then another action is started or stated to be completed, perfect participle is used. It is formed having plus past participle means third form of the verb as having done, having worked. For example, having rested, he continued hard work. Having rested, it is perfect participle. In the same way, having written a letter, he posted it. So, having written, it is perfect participle. Gerunds. It is third form of non-finite verbs. A gerund is the ing form of a verb that functions the same as a noun. For example, running is fun. In this sentence, running, it is gerund. It acts just like a noun. Participle, it is work as an adjective, but gerunds, it works as a noun. Gerund can also be used as an object to a preposition. As she is fond of swimming. So before swimming, we have used here of. And number two, she prevented me from playing. So before playing, we have used prepositions from. Number two, gerunds are used after possessives. For example, I postponed my mother's going to Delhi. So here mother's going. Mother's means apostrophe s we have used after mother. Number 2, we appreciate Lata's singing. So singing and before it Lata's means after Lata's we have used s. So it is possessive. So now thank you all of you and hope you enjoyed the chapter.